Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about what I'm going to read in the month of May. I know that it will. It's now the 21 of April, but I've decided to do something a bit different. So, in my goal to read more, I have chosen what I think it's a good idea. But well, let's see. Basically, my goal is to read 31 books in the month of May. So 31 days, 31 books. Um, I'm not going to. I'm going to show you all the books that I've chosen to be in this well, this gathering of books. I've not decided which of the 31 I'm going to read. I just put here around I believe 37. Then I will have my what I'm going to read in manga. So basically I'm reading Claymore. This is book 3. I'm going to read book 4 as well this month, and then in my next month I'm going to read 4 novels of manga. So those 4 are already set. Probably 5, it depends on when it ends the story, but my goal is 1 per week until I finish this series. So month of May has 5 weeks, of 4 if you, it depends, but I'm 5 uh, weekends, so I'm going to read 5 or 4, it depends. So I'm going to show you all the books. My books are, well, they have Warhammer, we've got Or, and we've got, well, basically horror and mysteries and stuff like that, stuff that I can read easily. I have not chosen books that are very long, because if I want to do this, I want my usually my try is to read 100 pages per day. So if I try to read 150, maybe I can do it. I don't know. If so, these books have around, well, some are you can call it novellas, but the vast majority are between 100 and something pages to 200 pages. There are some exceptions, but I will show you later on. So let's start with first book that I put in my pile. This is in particular order. I can choose this, I can choose another. It's Lair Baron, The Light in the Darkness. Is the darkness. The light is the darkness. This one is 200 pages. I've read a couple of by him and I was not well impressed, so I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this one. People tell it's one of his best stuff, so 200 pages. A TBR book, The God Blade. This is a fantasy novel with 160 pages. Okay, very cool cover. Then F. Paul Wilson, Warden Cliff. This is a novella that he wrote, and it works one of the first series, one of the first books within the secret history of the world, in terms of chronological. This one is 137 pages. Then we've got The Call of Cthulhu. I bought this a couple of months ago, and this is heavily with a lot of artwork by Gary Gianni, that's it, and this one has 150 pages, as you can see there. Then an hardcover edition of The Broken by John Atlee Johnson. This is a mystery novel. This one is 250 pages. This one is one of the biggest. Sorry, we'll edit that part out. One of the shorter. This is Take by Jeffrey Thomas. This one is around 150 pages. This is 3 short stories or novellas, what you want to call it, set in the world of Punktown. Now, Jacqueline Drucker. This is probably one of my favorite horror ladies that I not horror, sorry, post-apocalyptic horror lady, and she writes very fast-paced novels. I'm missing here because I want to find another book by her, and this one is 119 pages. This is 9 minutes. Another by her is this one here, which is 3 days after impact, another post-apocalyptic tale. This one is 150 pages. Now we go to The Silence of Ghosts. This one is by one of my favorite horror writers, Jonathan Aycliffe, and not probably, I believe it's the last book that I have to read by him, 250 pages. Spit and Die by John Atom, one of my latest finds in terms of horror, and this one is 180 pages. J.K. Ballard, The Drowned World. This one is 180 pages. I've got this book for, I don't know, probably 20 years. Yeah, probably 2008. Then we got Turn Up the Sun by Tella Jones. This has 3 novellas, so each one for me counts like a book, not a novella, because each one is around 100 pages, except I believe Sidewinter. So this one I'm going to read as 3 stories, not one. Vampire the Setite. This is the 4th book in the Clan Wars saga, Clan novel saga, not Clan Wars. Clan Wars is another one, and this one is 260 pages. So again, another of the biggest ones. 2 more. Jeffrey Thomas, The Subject 11. This one is 104 pages, and Equilibrium, by Peter Calderon, which is around 75 pages. They are bigger, so probably that's why it's. Then Philip Fracassi. This is going to be just so you know, most of these authors I've read stuff by them. For example, I believe the only one I didn't read anything by him, it's going to be the Godblade and the Broken. Now I'm going to show you some that I've not read anything, so they are new, and that was something that I want to try. And this one is Don't Let Them Get You Down by Philip Fracassi. Very beautiful book. And this one is 180 pages. Then we've got Island of Bones by Gabi Triana. This is a trilogy of books. This one is the first one, 196 pages. Now I can show you everything that guys I don't ever read. Joe R. Lansdale, Savage Season, the first book in the series. This one is 178 pages. Will Langvigen, something like that. I'm sorry, I will butcher the name. A Scout is Brave. This one is 155 pages. Now, the Amityville Horror by J. Assam, Suntamp edition, and this one is 270 pages, so another one of the biggest books. This is one of my most anticipated books of this bunch. Other new authors, let's try talk with Blue Octavo, John F. Blackburn. These are beautiful covers. I believe they are from Bob Eagleton, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Bob Eagleton. So these are amazing covers. This one is 170 pages. Then another Centipede Press, like the previous one, Elizabeth by Kenneth Greenall. Again, short novel, or 119 pages. Then we go to others that I forgot to mention before. Deeper, James A. Moore. This is hardcover edition. Sign, this is the man. It's a story that passed away quite well a couple of years ago, and 230 pages. And I'm reading a book by him now, and I'm enjoying a lot. It's a part one of a trilogy of books, and I will probably continue. I will not probably. I will continue in the next few months the rest of the trilogy, just to get my momentum, if you understand. Then, Shadow of the Dying, Michael R. Fletcher and Anna Smith Spark. This is a collaboration of one book that they wrote together, and this one is around 170 pages as well. This is the Broken Binding edition, and it's even signed by both authors. I don't have the cover because I'm afraid of damaging it. Then we've got KJ Parker. This is Mightier Than the Sun. Sorry for the intermission, I had to help my son. Now, only a couple of more to show. Age of Rot. This one is a book that's about a game that never existed. It's so it's mostly designed, so this is really going to read quite interesting and fun, and this is a beautiful book. I really enjoy these books. They are made by a company that I've been purchasing, well, several books. This is my third book I'm going to read by them, and so far I'm enjoying a lot. They really, Hollow Press in this case, they really make good, odd books. This is by Strange House. It's the name of the author. Well, pseudonym. Then, The Valley of Crowley Shallows. This one is by Tim Curran, one of my favorite horror writers, and this one, I believe it's short a fantasy horror stuff, which is, I always enjoy that part, and it has 251 pages. Now and then there is some kind of drawings, as you can see here, but there aren't that many, to be honest. Then, to finalize, before talking Warhammer, you've got Parker Pine Investigates, or in this case Investiga, because this is Portuguese and not English. This is most of my Agatha Christie books I read are here in English, and 200 pages. Another James A. Moore. Probably if I read this, I don't read the other one, so it's going to be like a choose. And this is Dear Diary, Run Like Hell. And this is a very interesting novel that I read the synopsis. I really enjoyed. And this one has illustrations as well. And this is basically one chapter, just one chapter. There is no chapters, to be honest, and it's a contest. Okay, it's like this, and it's Dear Diary, and then it's two stories basically. Dear Diary and Dear Diary Ran Like Hell. Of course, this is one book, so I'm not going to count two, but yes. So basically, and it's a big, not a big book. We're talking about 130 pages. Now, about Warhammer stuff. I have chosen around 7 books. Let's see. So, the first one was Aestra Durga, which came out last week. And this is by Danny War. Sorry, see if I'm butchering the name, not on purpose. And this one deals with... I've read one from her and I enjoyed, so maybe I will enjoy this as well. This is under 200 pages, but the font is a bit a bit slow. Let's see if I can read this in 1 or 2 days. Then, the Red Gobo collection. I've read the first novel, so I have got 2 more here within this series. The first is The Gobo Demise by Danny Flowers, and the second one is The Gobo Rides Again by Ruardin James. I don't know if I'm going to read 2, 1, I don't know, maybe 1, because I really want to read more about this. My more novellas. Ish Elements by Thomas Perrott. This is a book which has 100 and something pages, 150 pages. This is the novella series 2, as you can see there in the top, and this is book 3. So I've been reading from time to time 1 or 2. Some are Warhammer Sigmar, those I don't read as so far, but these ones I'm going to read all of them. Lords of the Storm by Eduardo Albert, which is another novella, and this one is 150 pages. Can I consider this a novella? Back then, 150 pages, if you remember those yellow spine dawn books, they were novellas. They were novels, not novellas, but today's standard says that anything below 200 pages is a novella, but it's not, in my opinion. It's a novel. Novellas is around 100 pages, probably less, 110, it depends on the word count, page count. To me, this is a full-length novel. Okay, it's not one big novel, but it has like it has a beginning, an ending, and I mean, you can say a lot of stuff with 150 pages. So I don't know. What do I know? This is Karn, the Red Path. Sorry, interrupted again. So I was just saying, this is Karn, the Red Path by Chris Downes. This is again a novel that was released in short stories, but I'm going to read as a novel, and this one is 270 pages long. Let's see if I enjoy this. And finally, the last two books that I have, it's within this omnibus edition, and they are well, I can't read The Traitor by It by Ben Counter because it deals with the novel within a series, so I don't want to read this, the Soul Drinker series. So my goal is to read Prisoners of Wag by Justin Owley and Rose in Anger by Danny War. Those 2 at least I'm going to read. Then you got Gary Kloster, Spark of Revolutions. Let's see. But my goal is to read 2. So 2 books, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39 books that I'm going to choose. 31, and okay, sorry, not 31, at least 25, because the rest are going to be manga. So I'm giving you 10 days if you want to comment and say, okay, please read this one or that one. I don't expect people, well, putting comments for 31 books or so anyone that tells me to read a book of these 31 or 38, sorry, I'm going to read them. So if you want to comment, please do. And my goal next month, I will try, I can't promise, but I will try to make a video for each book I read. Short synopsis of the novel. Okay, just a short what this book is about and what I enjoyed or didn't enjoy and my rating. That's my goal, okay? Thank you all.